All right. Hi, everybody. This is Chris,
This is Matt.
and we're going to talk about Auto Duel for as long as Matt can stand it.
Yeah. Note the copyright date here. 1985,
Oh wait, they don't see it yet.
1988.
They don't
Oh,
see
they
it yet.
don't?
No,
Oh,
I've got like a bumper graphic. I'm trying to make it look semi more
oh,
professional.
okay. Do you want to start over? Let's start over.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
fucked
Okay.
it all
Hi,
up.
everybody.
I'm too indignant about Auto Duel. Just start
You
over.
just want to go? Okay. I don't care. We'll keep trucking here. I'll turn this off. They don't need to see that anymore. There we go. There's your copyright date, everybody's.
Yeah, too late. Too late for this game to be like it is. That's my point.
That's where you're going with this. Too late.
Yeah. Yep.
This
If
game should have been.
1982 would have been fine.
Yes.
Anyway,
So
Auto Duel. So let's.
have
Sorry.
we given away the ending already?
Yeah. Okay. No, we should start over. We should because I'm fucking this up.
No, it's fine. This is how it's supposed to go. It's a club, not a projection.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah.
Yep. Off to a bad start.
So was this game. So we're a good company.
Fuck it.
Here we go, pushing through. All right, I'm gonna start this up, and when the music starts, oh, here we go. Yeah, let's just listen to this. Oh, so good.
This intro screen looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear it, but I can
Oh, you
remember
can't
it.
hear it?
No.
Oh, that's too bad, because it's.
Yeah, it's something. It's the theme music. Is it playing now?
Oh, it's playing now.
I'll just shut up.
No, it's starting again. All right. We'll put an end in that, and I'm gonna load up the hour video here. You want to say anything about the intro music?
It's so bad. Like it seems like it has absolutely no structure. Like it's
Oh,
not just that it's bad music. It's like questions everything that I know about music. It's just like, and the intro screen looks so cool.
yeah.
It's got the font, and you see the names that you know. You see Lord British and Steve Jackson, and granted Chuckles, but and you think, oh, this is going to be awesome, and it's not awesome.
No, it's really. Hang on here. I'm getting back into the game. All right. Turn this off again. All right.
So here you are.
I don't think we put in the notes, but I do kind of like the day system.
Um, I like that there is one, but I don't like how it's laid out because to start the game, really, you have to do those amateur nights,
Mm-hmm.
and it sucks to have to wait a week
Yeah.
to do another amateur night.
And here's one of those. We're going to say this a lot. The game is full of good intentions with bad implementation.
Exactly.
Um, the waiting a week hurts you most when you're new to the game, which is exactly when it shouldn't be hurting you.
Yeah.
Like having
Yeah.
to spend 7 days at the truck stop doing nothing. I mean, you don't have
Right.
to do them one at a time. You can just go hit doot 7, and it's the same amount of real life time, but
That's true.
it costs you 7 times more monies than
Auto dollars,
auto
auto duel
dollars.
dollars.
I don't know what the money. It's cash, so I guess it's just dollars. But
Yeah, this game it seems like all the design decisions in the game were just terrible.
yeah,
So, uh, the main problem with the game is that it's basically like impossible to get started. You just can't get started. That's because of the save system. The save system is the biggest problem with Auto Duel
hmm
because it costs $5,000 to save your game, right?
yeah.
That's ridiculous. And then,
Well, it costs $8,000 to save your game.
Right, right, because it's $5,000 just for the save, and then if you want to retain your skills, it's another 300.
1,000, yeah.
Or I'm sorry, or another 3,000. Yeah. And how much do you get for winning one of these amateur
Amateur nights,
nights?
1,500.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And it's you just can't get going ever.
No, no. So yeah, it's until you get to Atlantic City.
Right.
This
That's your
is
only choice. Buy two bus tickets, and go to Atlantic City and play blackjack.
yeah. This is a casino game with a car game wrapped around it. You know, it's
Right. You wind up spending all your time uh, playing blackjack, and
right.
it's not fun.
Um, like I don't know why I'm looking over there.
I'm upset about it because I really wanted to like this game, because it's Steve Jackson and Lord British, and it's like cars in the future with guns on them. It sounds like it's just going to be awesome.
Well, okay, let me talk about one thing I do like about it because you mentioned the cars in the future. I like that the dystopia is not retro. It's not technology's fallen away. You can put lasers on your cars. You can put flamethrowers. You go to a manufacturing shop. There's a Gold Cross, which is the Red Cross hospitals. Things are not in complete disarray. There's just lawlessness on the highways and a sporting event that puts people's lives at risk. That's really the only change to the future that this game tried to inject in.
Yeah, it's a great world. Like
Yeah.
it had a lot of potential, and I can forgive the kind of anemic car controls
Mm-hmm.
that I'm sure you're dealing with right now.
Yeah. Well,
But there's like they put you in this world and it has all this potential, but they don't do anything with it.
right. I mean, the car controls is a good example. Like, you're racing a car, but you never really feel like you're in control of the car well. You're sort of like you can't skid, and when you do skid, it's just because you rolled wrong and the car wiggles, and then you lose control of it. But you can't do like a controlled skid around a corner. You can't do any of the arcadey things you'd really want out of a good car combat game.
It's not fun. Like the combat's not fun.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out because when I recommended this game, when I
Yeah,
said
let's
this is
talk
what we're
about why
doing
you
now,
did that. I've been intensely curious for the past month.
I had a very different memory of this game. I I remember the car combat being far more arcadey. I remember needing to use like your side guns and shoot sideways as you're driving past people. And I'm coming to the realization that that was because I was 14
Hmm.
and liked the idea more than the implementation, and so just did it anyway and toughed through it. Um,
Yeah, when I imagine you playing this as a kid and like thinking, oh man, I can't wait till I'm pushing 40 and I can make my idiot friend play this with me. I feel like you like spend your allowance on it,
uh,
and so that's why you played it. You
yeah,
spend your allowance on it, and you didn't have any other games, and it doesn't hold up. Like all the other games we've played have all had some redeeming qualities, but this I just couldn't do anything with this game. Like
well,
go
yeah.
ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
go for it. Keep going. You're on a roll.
So what happened was at first I couldn't figure out the combat because I would always run out of ammo. It's not that I was losing. It's just you run out of machine gun ammo and then you can't do anything.
Hmm.
You have no way to win and you just basically are done, which
Yeah.
sucks. Like that sucks. And then you told me that, well, Matt, this isn't really an action game. It's a role playing game. So what you got to do is invest all your money in your marksmanship, and then you won't waste so much ammo. Okay, and then I was unstoppable in combat, which was great. but
Yeah.
it takes so much time to even get to the point that you can save your game. You have to earn so much money, but at that point you haven't done anything in the game that's worth saving
Right.
because all you've done is amateur nights.
Well, and that's kind of it. If you don't go to Atlantic City and get lucky on your gambling or use the driver file cheat, which we'll talk about in a bit, you basically run like 3 amateur nights, which all the cars are in exactly the same place. When you do other arena things, it's randomized cars, they're in different places. There's something to it, but in an amateur night, they're just sitting there waiting for you in all the same places. So you run 3 of those, you go spend all your money on, buying a clone, do it again, spend your money on buying a brain tape, do it again, spend your money to go buy a car. You've run like 15 amateur nights. You've run the same arena 15 times to really get the money to actually start playing the game. And that's excessively punitive.
You haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything.
The other problem is at the point. Okay, so like let's
and
say
if you die in any of that, you're back to square one.
Right. Right. If you make a mistake, you run out of ammo. It's just outrageous. And so then what happens? So what you can do, and this is the other thing you told me to do, is just back up your driver file. And then, so I did that, and then I gambled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like bet everything I had, win, save, back up the driver file, blah, 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 blah. And so I got a bunch of money, and then I went to buy a car, and I had no perspective on how to outfit my car because all I've done is amateur nights.
Yeah.
So I built what I thought was an awesome car and instantly died in combat because I didn't put enough armor on it.
Yeah.
And so you like you don't know what to do.
No, and like I'd like to say, well, if you read the instruction book, like a lot of old games like this, the answer is go read the instruction book. It doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It tells you, there's all these options for kinds of cars you can build. You can build a fast car or a whatever, or a tank car or whatever.
Yeah.
But you really, I mean, why? Why do it?
No.
It's just a disappointing game.
And I'm genuinely going back through my memory and going, I remember having fun driving around, and it's because I didn't do things like I think we're about to see me do here. This wasn't how I handled combat as a kid, where I kind of inched my way forward because I didn't want to waste time, dying.
Mm-hmm.
Inch my way up, inch my way up, inch my way up, and then back up and fire and kill him. And
that's it. That's all the combat.
The only other successful combat is you mount a flamethrower on the back, and as they chase you, you turn that on.
Yeah, that works as well.
That's it.
And you'll notice like the cars don't really move until you're right on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just a little bit cautious, you'll be fine.
Now there I screwed up because I accidentally bumped the joystick when I was backing up, so I actually had to do some driving. There's almost a fun game there. If you blinked, you missed it.
And then if that happens, then you just run out of ammo. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. In these scenes here, like here when you're driving in the middle and you have no context into if your car is really moving or not,
right.
It just feels.
No, there's no sense of speed.
Crappy.
There's no sense of control. Because let's talk about the controls. I mean, they were designed for digital sticks, not analog sticks, with one button.
Mm-hmm.
So I also thought I remember you being able to chain items together or weapons together, but really you can only fire one at a time. So that was one of the things. I'm thinking of MechWarrior 2, and I do eventually we get to the construct a car scene in this, I think. And so we'll kind of talk about that, because that might also be the thing. I just liked building cars. And once you have enough money, it's kind of fun to build. There, I lost control for a second.
Yeah.
because I don't have a back tire, so the whole thing's wiggling, and it's based completely on my driver's skill as to how well it goes forward or not,
Oh.
which
But
is
you
kind of
probably.
cool.
Yeah.
But it's neat that they added RPG elements. It's sad that it so heavily relies on RPG elements.
Right.
It's
Right.
neat that you can get out of your car and go scavenge stuff.
Yeah, I agree. That is a neat idea. You can't do it in amateur night,
No,
but
because it's not your car and they take it. But whatever.
yeah.
Um, but the so you can go forwards, you can go backwards. The moment you start to drift backwards, if you accidentally bump it, it turns the car, and now backwards means something else. So you can't going backwards doesn't work the way you think it would with the stick, and you don't
Yeah.
have as much control. Like you can't do a Y turn or a bootlegger drift or anything that really would be awesome.
Hmm. Right. It's basically like driving around in a tank.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
I don't
It
even think
doesn't
it's as
feel like you're
maneuverable
driving
as
a
a
car.
tank. Like
Yeah. No, not really. And if you, God help you, if you try to play with the keyboard like I did when I started, because
no.
then you can't even turn diagonally. I don't think
No. One of
that
the
sucks.
yeah. So with the digital sticks and bringing that up, I do think it's impressive that there is some analog coding in here. Like
Hmm.
when I played on Commodore, you were either going full speed or nothing.
Yeah.
In here, I could like drift my analog stick forward and get partial speeds. I could do like less than a 45-degree turn, which the enemy can't because they're used to analog stuff. So they only do 45s and stuff like that. Getting a room for the night again.
Hmm.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
and like,
this. It's a
yep.
lot of this.
This is the game. I mean, and it's cool that there's like kind of a game world with an overland map, and
Hmm.
you kind of have to navigate a little bit.
Yeah,
Like I had
once
to
you get out of
draw.
the arenas.
Yeah, if you ever get out of the arenas.
But here's the thing. Like, the overland map looks exactly the same. Like,
Right.
the streets are in a different position, but get ready to see a lot of black screen with white fences.
Yep. Yep. And it's the combat on the street isn't much different than
No.
this, and we've already established that it's not fun.
No.
So when I was backing up my driver file over and over again and winning money and feeling angry at you,
Hmm.
I was like,
Sorry.
oh, well, this isn't fun because I'm just saving and reloading every time something bad happens. And then I started to think, well, isn't that every game though? Like, are at the end of the day, isn't that what you're doing in any PC game? And then I realized, oh, but in any other PC game, there's like a story or something that's like motivating you. And here, it's just like has no purpose.
Accumulation. Well, so let's talk about the story. Because there is one. And as a kid, I don't remember when I finally accidentally found it. Um, and by story, it's not a lot of what you do. So I think for like the next 5 minutes, spoiler alert for anyone who gives a crap about this. But yeah, I know, me too.
Just go fuck it. Go ahead.
How it works is when you get to 25 prestige, you hear a rumor at the truck stop. If you're still looking for rumors, because generally by 25 prestige, if you've been listening to those, you've heard all of them and you've probably stopped. You've probably stopped listening to rumors. And this is where I think the first time I found it is I accidentally walked into one of the wrong places back when you needed to and then discovered, oh, there's something going on. Because what they do is they give you a hint, hey, go here and talk to somebody, and then you go there and they go talk to this person in this other city and remember this word. And you go talk to them and they go talk to this person in this other city and remember this word. And you do that 3 times and then they tell you now go here and say that, and then doing that delivers you get the mission to deliver like an arena trophy or something like that. and you get a new quest every 20 prestige after that. Finishing one of these quests gets you about 20 prestige. So once that happens, you do 5 quests like this of just do 3 stops, then one, then a delivery. 3 stops, then one, then a delivery. And if you miss one of them, if you get to the next bracket, screw you, you don't get to do that quest. Which is fine, because you get to skip a quest, but then you miss that little bit of story. Until you get to 95 prestige, when the FBI says, hey, you're high enough that we'd like to talk to you. Let's bring you in and do oh, here we go. We're doing car construction.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it under $5,000 because I want to do the $5,000 tourney.
Oh, right.
So yeah, then you do that one mission, and the mission ends up being really hard on the way back because they load the streets with stuff. But again, you put a couple flamethrowers on the back and you haul ass home, and then you win, I guess. And then it's sort of just keep running auto duels if you want.
Yeah. But that's not fun.
Nope.
It's doing this for over and over.
For no reason. And that there's no sense of accomplishment. There's no sense of this screen is a good example of there's a ton of potential here. This was sort of MechWarrior before I had a MechWarrior game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this was the most fun. Like building a car was the most fun part, but it never feels fun to drive it.
Well, and the other thing that's absolutely this screen wouldn't fly in modern day because this is a spreadsheet.
Right.
You just if the most fun part of your game is a spreadsheet, you've screwed up. Especially if the rest of your game involves guns and cars. If a spreadsheet is more important than your guns and cars part of your game, you've done something horribly wrong.
Yep. Like you do this and you imagine how awesome your car is going to be, and then you're like, oh wait, it's not going to be because I'm playing Auto Duel.
Yeah, and it looks the same as every other car. And
right.
I think on the Commodore version it had different looking cars, but they were all white, so the colors weren't as vibrant, but they maybe had a few more of them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for me it just turned into a blackjack game.
Right. Well, and I wonder how much of this, and I've been wondering this about a couple games we've played, especially like Shard of Spring, where they're less fun because we're trying to get them done in a month.
Well,
I mean, this game probably would still suck, but
because I didn't play this honestly for more than like 3 hours this month.
No.
Because once I drove a mission, I built a car, I played some blackjack, I was like, okay, well, I feel like I've done everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I can speak to this and not just be totally bullshitting.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing to it, really.
No, I am on like the last 2 missions.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I to me, this club is sort of I'm deliberately putting a gun to my head to try and finish the games in a month, and sometimes I can do that, and sometimes I can't. And Auto Duel was one where I think about a week and a half ago doing the driver save, where I literally just had the folders open on my second screen and would drag it out every time I left something.
Yep.
Was like, yeah, I can't. This isn't fun. I'm not enjoying this. I've already seen every piece of the game. I won it as a kid. I'm good enough.
Yep.
That wasn't even fun. That little guy just sort of drove in front of me and boop.
No, the AI is not so great either. I was going to write scripts to back up and restore my driver file. So I could,
That would still be more fun than the game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bad game, and I feel the thing that pissed me off about it, I think, was that it felt like a lot of it was done out of principle, or like, I don't know, in a misguided attempt to adhere to like how the board game was or something.
So,
Because why would you have that save system? Like,
yeah.
how
And,
could you justify that to anyone?
oh, and now I'm
Oh,
dead.
yep, that scampy little car got you. So yeah, so like if you would be done, like everything
Yeah.
you've done for the past however long we've been talking
20
about this
minutes on this video.
would be
22 minutes.
lost,
I
pretty
I
much.
had a clone, so thankfully I can keep trucking, but
But why? Oh, but did you lose? Do you lose your car?
yeah,
Oh, really?
really. Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah,
even have
that's
talked about that at all. You lose your car too.
yeah. So what's the point of saving?
The game
What's
doesn't
the
end.
point?
You get to keep.
What's the point of any of it? It's just like I'm having
Wait a
an
minute, was that a
existential
penalty or
crisis.
yeah, like
Why? Like, yeah, it's so bad.
and when I was running some of those missions to kind of further the game along, one of the things I found that was interesting is plotting your course because you need so many. Like, okay, I'm running low on ammo, getting through that last thing. Which city do I want to go to? Because this one has a repair shop, but this one has a gun shop. So it's so close to being good.
Right.
it's so there's so many good ideas in there. But I want to
Yeah.
go back to the tabletop versus this again.
Yeah. Did you play the tabletop game?
I
I never
actually
did.
owned the tabletop game for a while,
Cool.
um, and that's kind of where when I got because I played this first, and then um, bought the tabletop when I was in like college because I found it on sale at B. Dalton,
Oh,
Waldmich, one of those
nice.
things that don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
um, and was blown away. Like it came with a bunch of cardboard pieces you could put out for different types of cars, and the car sheets were fun because they had grids as to where you'd put stuff on your car. And there were rules in the book for how you do a bootlegger turn and what kind of rules you need for that and what kind of rules you need if this happens. And there were maps that were city streets where you were racing through city streets fighting. The board game's awesome. If you can get they've recently re-released the board game, worth a look, but I'd even go find the old one.
Wow.
Yeah, I get some dice out and play this game, and it's great.
Yeah. They should have done this turn based. Like that would have been way better because the action is so like
Steve Jackson agrees with you.
yeah.
Steve
Steve
Jackson was
Jackson
not
is.
happy.
That's why no one knows who Chuckles is, and everyone knows who Steve Jackson is. I hate
Kinda,
to say
yeah.
it because this, like Lord British's name is on this, but this was Chuckles' joint. Like, this is
This is a Chuckles work.
this is Chuckles, like his big gaming debut or whatever.
I think we need to play Chuckles' other games sometime.
Does he have more
Yes.
than this one? Are they good?
I have never played Caverns of Callisto.
I don't know. I don't know if I've got another Chuckles game in me after this. We'll try it. We'll do it. Put it on the list. We'll give it a shot. I feel
Um,
like he was just caking on like Lord British's name as an excuse to like make the. I don't know. I'm really upset about this
I
game.
know you're really bothered by
I'm
it.
mad at Chuckles.
I can't wait till you play Ultima 6 sometime and actually get to talk to Chuckles in game and just the rage. I'll be able to hear it from here. You'll be
Yeah,
so angry.
and it's an Ultima game, so you know you'll be able to like just kill him, which I will absolutely
Yes.
do.
um, where are we?
Yeah, do you play the blackjack in this at all?
Do I in this one?
I mean, it's not worth showing. It's just a blackjack game.
It would be nice to show though if I. Aha! I don't think
Oh,
I
look at
played
this.
blackjack. I
Oh,
think I
you're,
just
you're playing
played
poker.
play poker. Um, Blackjack might be more fun for some people, but poker's where the money's at.
Yeah.
Because blackjack, the most you can hope is like double or maybe get blackjack and triple it. Here you can get like 25 multipliers and stuff, and you're winning about as often.
Yeah.
So
But see, for like my game experience was basically this
yeah.
more than anything, just trying to win money so I could actually play the thing, and then you do it and you
Mhm.
find out, oh well, there's not that much to play. Sorry, like
Yeah,
why don't you
this
go play
isn't a mini
blackjack some more?
game that you play to like get you that last bit to get the really good car. This
Right.
is, and there's something this game could have done to make it better. Is you go in to buy a car and it had templates. Like
Yeah.
if there were templates of I want one of these stock cars and like no, now you want to I want to modify it, or even put the modifications behind a prestige wall, like you have to buy your way into the manufacturer or run a mission for them or something like that before you can go and custom your own cars. That'd have been really cool.
Yeah, that would have been something.
You know, it would have given you some reason to kind of run some missions. Oh, now I can tweak. I don't have to stick with these stock cars.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and the missions are annoying too because they're like they all have you have to have a certain amount of cargo capacity in your car to run some of them.
oh, here I'm still screwing this up. Like I thought it was, and I was thinking it was click the cards you want to keep, and it's click the cards you want to throw
Oh,
away.
yeah, worked out for you that time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and the interface on these card games isn't that good anyway.
No.
You could just like, yeah, don't play this. Like that's my advice.
I
There's so many other games, even old games that are like so much better
this.
than
Yeah. I
this.
mean, if you want to get your MechWarrior scratch, go find MechWarrior 2.
Right.
If you want to find a car dueling scratch, go get Interstate 76.
Yes, that was fun.
That was fun. Fun and funk.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to get frustrated and listen to bad chip tune music, then play Auto Duel.
I'm really sorry.
No,
I
it's
feel
okay. Like
so bad.
I'm glad we played it.
We were
You
talking,
know,
I wonder if we're ever going to find a game that really sucks. Well,
we did a
we did.
mission accomplished.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Like to me, the save thing was just like a non-starter, and none of the other game even really mattered. Even if it were good, I still wouldn't have liked it
The save game's so bad.
because the save system is just so punitive, and
Hmm.
you just like can't get going in the game. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to find any other note in here that we haven't talked about, but
Yeah, permadeath. Yeah, that was. Yeah,
yeah. Like the last couple games, we've had 5 or 6 pages of notes. This one, we've got 1.5 because there's nothing. I'm going to end the video here in about 30 seconds because there's nothing to talk about. There's not even enough game to get all the way through it.
yep,
So let's stop beating it into the ground. We'll
yeah,
just talk about what we're going to play next time, which is Ultima 4,
yes,
Quest of the Avatar,
yes.
which you have never played.
I was a late comer to the Ultima series, so I never played the early ones. Like when I was a kid, I played SSI games. That was like my thing.
Hmm.
And I never like. I think the first Origin game I got was Strike Commander,
Oh man, that's late.
or was Comanche an Origin game?
I think so. Like the Jane's.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I never got to play the early Ultima games, so I'm excited about it because they're
Yeah,
so well
Comanche was.
regarded, and yeah,
The Jane's. So like for a while in the early mid '90s, Jane's, the people who do the manuals for the actual aircraft and military hardware, teamed up with Origin to do simulator games, which I don't get. They did a Sub Hunter. They did. I don't think they did any tank games. They did a couple of helicopter sims, A10 for, and yeah, F-15 and F-18, and a bunch. If you want some good mid-90s military sim games, that's find the Jane's games. They did a really good job
Yeah,
of doing the sims.
they were
Um,
fun. Like I
mhm.
really liked Comanche. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember it being awesome. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, be careful. That's what got us to
Right,
Auto Duel.
right. Lesson learned.
Oh man, it
Yeah,
hurts so bad.
yeah. It's
Now for me, like with Ultima though, like my first Ultima was Ultima 3. Then I went back and played 1 and 2. Did I play 1 and 2 before? Yeah, I played 1 and 2. And then I played 5. And
yeah.
then went back. I played 5. I'm trying to remember if I played 4 before 6. They're about the same time. Um,
The earlier like Oklabeth, was that the first one?
yeah.
Those were like I know about them a little bit. I like how weird games could be back then. Like, oh yeah,
We're going to do
go
this
to
weirdness.
go
Yeah.
to space. Like, okay, we'll go to space, I guess.
Well, Aklabeth or Akalabeth, or I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways. It was it was a typical roguelike where you even picked the seed when you started.
Oh,
And
neat.
yeah, you go into the dungeon after killing whatever Lord British told you to kill, come back to him and he goes, "Good job. Here's a harder one." And you do that 10 times and then he goes, "Congrats, you're a knight." And that's it. That's the whole game. And
Game.
yep. Um Ultima 1 I don't think gets enough credit because as much as Ultima 4 changed CRPGs, Ultima 1 changed CRPGs.
Hmm.
It really added this open world to things. It broadened out with the side things like going to space and giving it more of a story than there was an evil wizard, but getting to him wasn't just getting to the bottom of a dungeon. You had to travel the world and do an
Yeah.
epic quest and explore places, and it doesn't get enough credit for how good it was. And Ultima 2 and Ultima 3 I really liked.
What is it with the second? Like, it's always the second one in a series that's weird. Like Halloween and Highlander and Ultima. It's
Well,
always like Mario 2, the second Mario game. It's just like
yeah.
way out there. Why does that happen?
Um we can talk about Mario sometime, but
Yeah.
with Ultima it was because Garriott was learning to program assembly. So he programmed the first two in like basic and he's like, "Okay, now I'm going to learn assembly and build Ultima 2."
Hmm.
And so he's learning a whole brand new next level of programming language and trying to make an RPG, all while working for not California Pacific, Sierra Online at this point.
Cool.
And they did not get along.
Hmm.
Sierra likes their point and click. They liked their stories. They did not understand what he was going for. They
Hmm.
didn't get it. Um, and he signed on with them because they were the one place that would do a cloth map, that would make the map he wanted to put in the box.
Hmm.
So he did that. Then, like I said, they didn't get along. He left and started Origin, and one of the first games they put out was Ultima 3. And Ultima 3 is just fantastic for that old school. Um, it changed stuff too in how it did the enemy. The enemy wasn't just somebody you then have a big fight with at the end. It changed stuff. He's constantly tweaking the formula of what to expect out of an RPG. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not so much so.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's great. I'm excited. I really
yeah.
looking forward to something other than Auto Duel.
You will like Ultima 4. I think Ultima 5 is the better one in the series. I don't know how we get through it in a month if you haven't played Ultima 4.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I haven't gotten through a single one of these games. I did beat Questron. I went back
Did you
and
finish?
finished that up,
Nice. All right.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been doing well at finishing these.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
What can we get done in a month? And
Yeah.
like, I still haven't gone back and finished Shard. I cheated, and so I don't know that I'm gonna finish it or if I'm gonna start again or what I'm gonna do. Because what I did in Shard, just to kind of go back, let's review some of the things we haven't finished here for a moment.
Yeah.
Um, like I, and it's because of this game. Like seeing the driver file, I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be shard files saved somewhere. So I found the party
Oh yes.
file and pulled it up and was like, um, okay, this is all. I need a hex editor. Went and grabbed a hex editor and just started figuring out which bit represented which numbers, and then resurrected all my guys and gave them 1,000,000 gold.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, I've cheated now. It's not
Right.
really winning, but at the
Yeah,
same
that's the
time,
thing.
fuck you, game.
So what? How was the ending?
I
Was it
haven't
just
seen it.
another?
I basically once I did that, I felt so bad. I'm like,
Oh man, your morals are just outrageous to me. You like won't play the bad guy.
I won't play
You're
the
like
bad guy. I don't want to really
yourself
cheat at the
up.
games.
Like these games weren't fair. These games didn't give a shit if you had fun. Just go ahead and cheat. Like just get through it.
Maybe Ultima 4 will convert you.
Right? I'll learn
Learn the
the
value of not
virtues.
cheating.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see. I'll probably cheat
yeah,
if I can.
that'll
I
be
actually
fun.
didn't cheat at Shard Spring, so I just gave up on it.
Yeah, which was the right answer.
Yeah.
We didn't cheat at Questron. Did you cheat at
No,
Questron?
I didn't. I did not cheat at Questron at all.
There was kind of no need to cheat at Questron.
True.
You die, you get resurrected. And I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time since I played 4. I know in 5, if you die, you get resurrected. I'm trying to remember if in 4 you die, you get resurrected.
Well, as long as it doesn't cost me like $5,000 to save the game, like I don't mind
No,
having to reload.
no. That is one of the cool things about it, like Ultima 3, is you'd swap people in and out of your party. So somebody died, and like, oh, okay, well, I'll just make another person until I can afford to resurrect them, which you could do pretty quick if you knew where to go.
Yeah, yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to play. You had fun
Yeah,
doing it.
not
And then
like
there's
Auto
Auto
Duel.
Duel.
Not fun.
Not fun. I'm still playing blackjack in that thing, by the way. I let it run in the background. It's still.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm just
Right.
jumping ahead here because it was an hour and like we cut in at 20 minutes. Oh, I remember what happened. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. So
Ooh,
yeah,
you fell pretty far there.
let me pop this back up. I've lost all my money at blackjack, and so I'm gonna go back into arena night and get
Hmm.
killed after having spent all this time going up and down.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Or your option is to back up your driver file and then nothing matters
Right. Right.
because there's no story, there's no progress that you're making really.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anyway, we
Anyway,
beat this thing to death. I should just shut up.
it's okay. It's okay. Oh, and then the guns. None of the guns make a difference. So, like, if you buy different guns, I know I said we were done, but if you buy different guns, like, there's no point in doing anything other than machine guns and flamethrowers. And you could probably do machine guns out the back if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I just like that it also adds a smoke screen with the flamethrowers.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't like move the guns around after you can't modify your car after you buy it at all, really. Like
You
you
can
can
go to
sell
a
I
gun
guess you can
shop.
sell stuff off of it.
Yeah, you can do that, but you can't modify the core car.
Yeah.
Um,
So that sucks. Like I would have liked to been able to move my guns around. So like
right.
one is the forward gun, two is the rear gun.
Well, and I'd love something like they have a recoilless rifle is one of the options on there. I'd love something like if you shoot a cannon, you have to make a driver check.
Yeah,
Or
right.
something where you feel like the gun has some weight. None of the guns have weight. And
Yep.
if you're accurate enough, the damage per the gun doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right. Ultima 4.
Anyway,
We're playing
Ultima
Ultima
4
4
next month. We'll
next
be in a
month.
better mood.
Yes. We do have a request for Magic Candle from somebody on YouTube, so we should plan that
Oh, cool.
sometime soon too.
Awesome.
But we'll see how
It's
you feel
you,
after
isn't
fall.
it?
It's not me. It's I was surprised because we've been talking about Magic Candle, um, which is also a really good game. And I've played since being a kid, so I can actually
Good.
say it's a good game. Um, but would encourage people to play along with us. Post, write any questions or comments they have about Ultima 4, and we'll see you guys in a month.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, talk to you later.